Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Roger Jepson got a rating of 10 against Lithuania. Not too bad. But hello and welcome to episode 33 of the International Pentagon Challenge. I always knew there was something special about this lad. And, well, what a performance from him against Lithuania. And that's right, we beat Lithuania 7-0. But forget Lithuania for now. You're probably wondering what happened in the Nations Cup third place match. So as you can see, we did actually beat Spain, and manager of Spain is Rafa Benitez at the moment, who is on the verge of getting sacked, or has been for a while, but, you know, they asked me about it in a press conference, and I stood up for him, because I think it's completely unfair that 27,000 people want Rafa Benitez to be sacked, no? It's ridiculous. And if you understand that reference, you're a legend. If you don't, you're still a legend, but you should understand the reference of 27,000 people when it comes to Rafa Benitez. But yeah, it was mad. There was a point in the game, guys, where the score was 1-1 and Spain had no shots on target. And I'll show you guys the goals, because it's only fair that I do show you guys the goals for such an important match. But one thing that's worth mentioning is I'm not sure if it's because we beat Spain or because it was the end of the tournament, but my personal reputation has taken a boost up to finally 2 stars and 40%. There was our first goal from a corner, which was nice. And then Vicente did well to basically take on our entire team. And I'm not quite sure what Gabriel Chidi was playing at there. He weren't even looking at the ball. It just kind of bounced in off his ankle. Harry Kane then popped up at the back post with 8 minutes to go. 2-1. It was like, yes, we're finally going to actually win the game because we were by far the better side. And then Spain got their second shot on target from a corner. It was dreadful, really. We huffed and puffed, but Harry Kane popped up again. It was a mad final 10 minutes to the game. But I think on the day, 100% the better team won, as you can see that from the stats overall. And, you know, Spain have got some decent players, a lot of regens in the mix, as you'd probably expect. But I think it's really positive going in, or at least trying to qualify for this World Cup, that we've had a positive performance against France. We beat Spain. We beat Italy twice. You know what I mean? So I do think that this next generation of England players under my management, I definitely think if we get a decent group and get like some decent ties, I see no reason why we can't seriously contend for the next World Cup. But yeah, next up we had our game against Lithuania, and I'm not sure how to see it. Like, we beat San Marino 7-0. Should we have beat San Marino by more than 7 goals? Because Lithuania are a much better team than San Marino. Like, Lithuania are a team with professional players in it. And the fact that we won 7-0 was just astonishing. They didn't even have a single shot on target. And, you know, those of you guys that play a lot of Football Manager will know that it's not every day a player gets a rating of 10. But Roger Jepson managed exactly that. He got a hat-trick and 3 assists, which was just amazing. I think one of the main reasons why we did so well was because, well, the way we play, using the wide areas and playing quite wide and crossing the ball and stuff, Lithuania were basically packing the middle of the park. And it was never really going to work against us. To really do well against us, you kind of have to stop the wide men, and they didn't really do that. Harry Kane didn't have the best of games against Lithuania, so Dean Rosenthal came on, grabbed the goal, missed a sitter as he usually tends to do. He's currently worth £49 million, 17 goals last season in the Premier League. So, you know, it goes to show he's a decent player. I'm just not quite sure why sometimes he misses sitters for me. As well, it's also worth mentioning that Harry Kane grabbed his 2 goals against Spain when I got frustrated and just changed him into a target man. So Harry Kane as a target man could be something you might start seeing more of. And Rosenthal as a complete forward. Because at the moment we've just been playing both of them as an advanced forward. But we'll have to wait and see. I think with a player like Harry Kane as an advanced forward, he'll probably like get more assists and stuff, like we saw against France, where he dropped deep and play balls forwards to Rashford and stuff. But I feel like I want him to be more of a presence in the box when the crosses come in. So maybe changing him to a target man makes him quite literally more of a target. So we'll have to wait and see. But this episode is, of course, going to be our match against Slovenia. Just to update you guys on what the group currently looks like. We are top of the group with a goal difference of 17. Played 3, won 3, and so have the Czech Republic. Slovenia, on the other hand, though, have lost all of their games, which is really kind of astonishing. They lost 3-2 to the Czech Republic. They lost 2-0 to Lithuania, who we basically beat 7-0, and they lost to Wales, who we beat 3-0. So even though if you think historically Slovenia are one of them teams that have always really caused England problems, Hamšík's retired. They do have some players who play for some very good teams. You know, like Kevin Campbell. I mean, he's pretty old now, 34, but still technically a very good player and stuff. So I'm not really quite sure what's going wrong for him. But hey, hopefully that'll make our lives easier against them. And on that note, let's jump straight in. Okie dokie. So with regards to how, you know, our scouting team suggests Slovenia will play, very similar to us in a sense that their main focus is going to be on getting the ball out wide and really getting boxes into the crosses into the box for Zahovic to feed on. They don't have the fastest back four, so I'm fully expecting Harry Kane to take advantage of that. Green comes in on the right-hand side just because even though Jepsen's been phenomenal recently, needs a bit of a rest. It's quite a lengthy international break at the moment going on. And Dele Alli also needs a bit of a rest, so Harry Winks comes in. Lewis Cook, for me, has been better than Eric Dyer in the past few games, so he starts. He grabbed a goal as well recently. Back four stays exactly the same, but with Joe Gomez starting in place of Michael Keane. As for Harry Kane, I'm not going to go for the target man approach just yet. We'll leave him as an advanced forward and then maybe change it if it feels like he's getting caught offside too much and stuff. So we are going to be playing with our attacking approach, but knowing that Slovenia can be pretty deadly in the wide areas, as you probably expect, I am going to make sure my wingers are helping out defensively against them. I'm also going to tell them to play out of defence, but other than that, we're not really going to change much. And the kind of wisdom behind telling them to play out of defence is when I play against weaker, poorer sides, I find that it helps us try and retain the ball that little bit better. And even though Slovenia, like I've said since day one, are a very good team, their form at the moment says otherwise, right? So, yeah. Whoops, I've just realised I probably still have the game on key highlights, which isn't really ideal. Because once we went 3-0 up against Lithuania, I just stuck it on key highlights. Okay then, so hopefully we'll actually start seeing a few more highlights now. Jones finds... Oh, that's a nice ball to Green. Good tackle, though, from Slovenia. We are obviously playing attacking, both fullbacks looking to get forward quite a lot. If it feels like Slovenia aren't really creating chances, we can make modifications to try and make more chances of our own, really. But what I'm intrigued to see is how Slovenia themselves do. They don't have that much pace in the middle of the park, really, so I'm fully expecting our middle three to dominate in that regards. So here we go, Rashford to Winks, who, to be fair, hasn't played much Winks under my management. Oh, go on, Kane. Rashford. Someone shoot! Oh, yeah, to be fair, Winks hasn't played much under my management, and it's kind of tough because he's an okay player, but we just have... Oops. Oh, that was close. We just have so many good kind of central midfielders with England at the moment that it's difficult to fit in everyone. One thing I'm thinking of doing actually is maybe sticking, because Harry Kane's got decent long shots, maybe sticking Harry Kane rather than him being in the box for corners, actually making sure he's one of the guys on the edge of the box, like in that same position Lewis Cook was. So it's actually Harry Kane that takes long pops at goal. So far as we can see from the stats, you know, it kind of feels like one of them games. We'll probably win it something like a 2-0. I just hope we can grab a goal or two and we don't really have to go for a more risky approach where we kind of sacrifice a man in midfield to play two up front because we're really desperate for that goal. Because if the Czech Republic win their game, then we fall to second in the group. Because the Czech Republic, we're yet to play them and they've been in really good form. Okay, Rashford picks the ball up, plays it towards Jones, who went for the direct ball to Green. Harry Kane will shoot and Harry Kane will score. We're a bit fortunate to get that goal, but it's Harry Kane's 70th goal for England, so I don't really care, to be honest. And hopefully that plays a part mentally in what's already a hurt Slovenia side. You'd really expect Slovenia to finish second in this group. I think, I mean, the Czech Republic are a very good football inside. It would always be between Slovenia and the Czech Republic. But they're not doing well in this save at all. Rashford looking for Harry Kane, finds Green instead. It's off the bar. Close, but not close enough. The fans have given us decent feedback as well with regards to the style of football we've been playing. According to the board, apparently they're happy with the exciting brand of football we're playing, so fair enough. I guess the players that we actually have at our disposal does make life a little... does actually make life a little bit easier for us in terms of being able to play nice, entertaining football. Good save. Unlucky that. I think 30 minutes in, I'm going to change Harry Kane to a target man. It's really something I'm experimenting with right now. I feel like a lot of the time we're in a position to cross, and we opt to cross to kind of like, so Green would cross more towards the back post towards Rashford than Kane. Now I can change that in his individual player instructions, but I don't necessarily always want it to be towards Kane. I want it to be mixed. I want to leave that the same, because I also can't tell Rashford where to specifically cross to either. So I'm just trying to find that kind of like generic balance that works well. There we go. That's one of the things that frustrates me when you set a target man. You end up going long when you don't necessarily want to. But I guess when you've got Harry Kane as that target man, it's not necessarily too bad. Chilwell though, whip the ball in, it's cleared. Jones with the shot, Chidi up. It's a game of pinball. And it does get cleared eventually, and that was an abysmal free kick from Marcus Rashford. But so far, so good. Once again, we've been very solid defensively. I feel like, under my management, the only real team that has genuinely caused us problems defensively is France. Like, we conceded 2 against Spain, but the manner in which we conceded both goals was absolutely ridiculous. Like, the corner was a set piece at the end of the day. You shouldn't be conceding a set piece to the Spanish, especially when you're the English. But then again, we scored from 2 set pieces against them, so we can't really complain. But the first goal, the Chidi own goal, as you guys saw, was a little bit ridiculous. But it is what it is. So, yeah, Slovenia, I think, yet to get a shot on target. Looking solid all round. And hopefully we can just grab a second goal and put the game to bed. If we can do that just before half-time, that'd be amazing. So Winks looking to really impress me. And, well, with a pass like that, he will do. But Rashford, unfortunately, puts the ball wide. Like, Rashford has been so good for me under my management as England manager. But he still misses so many goddamn sitters. It's unreal. So, do we want to make any changes? No, not really. We'll just jump straight back in. We've been fine. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Other than maybe changing Harry Kane from being a target man now. Because it worked against the Spanish in the final 10 minutes, to be fair. Because they were trying to pull men forwards as well. But I've seen too many instances where we've tried hoofing it ourselves here. Be it Pickford or just them from Gomez. And you end up giving the ball away. Because Slovenia have pretty big centre-backs. Harry Kane Chilwell on the overlap. And, oh, God, I was getting ready to say it was 2-0 there. So we're creating chances. 3 clear-cut chances now. Just need to keep encouraging the boys. Again, that second goal will come. And it just feels like once we've got that second goal, it'll be good night, Slovenia. And it'll be yet another win for the 3 Lions under my management. Cook to Jones. Lovely pass in. And this is surely going to be 2-0. Apparently not. Come on, guys. Second goal, please. If any of you guys have managed Harry Kane, I mean, it's a bit different because none of you probably manage him in 2025 or 26 like I am. But if any of you have any Harry Kane tips, do let me know. Yeah, appreciate it, really. We are starting to get some tired legs out there. Green's on a 69, so I think it's only fair that the man, the myth, the legend that is Roger Jepson comes on. And Jones can go off to make way for, I think, a nice bit of Will Hughes, who has gotten promotion back to the Premier League, by the way, in reference to what I was saying in the last episode. 2-0, there we go. Well, I guess that was a bit of an instance where having him as a target man kind of helped there, because I'm not sure if that was a cross or kind of like a direct pass because Harry Kane was set as a target man. But that was the exact goal we needed, and it's come at a great time as well. We can now bring on fresh legs and just play things cool, calm and collected. It's a bit of an awkward one because I do want to bring on Rosenthal, but given that Harry Kane scored 2, a part of me wants him to stay on and grab his hat-trick. Even though, knowing my luck and knowing Football Manager, when the World Cup comes along, provided we qualify for the World Cup, Harry Kane's going to be out with a cruciate ligament injury. Just mark my word. Boom. Oh, great shot there from Stones. Good save from Vodisek. And, well, it wasn't exactly followed up by the best corner you'll ever see. We could still score from this, though. Harry Kane in search of Cook. This ain't too bad. We're still keeping possession. Winks now is probably going to play it out wide. Oh, we keep crossing it towards the back post and no one's actually there. Winks to Chidi. Oh, what a lovely touch that was from Chidi, you know. Kane, oh, should have made it 3 there, straight at the goalkeeper. It was a lovely touch from Chidi just to kind of like knock it in front of the defender, and then he ran around him. It was great. To be fair, it looked more like the match engine playing up than it being done as a piece of skill on purpose. Tell you what though, I do look forward to the day we have stepovers and things in Football Manager. Because at the moment I think player animations are slightly one-dimensional. Anyways, we need to make one more substitution. The question is, who do we bring on? I say let's give someone young a chance. We'll bring on Jadon Sancho, who I actually watched playing for Dortmund. Oh, go on, Harry. I actually watched playing for Dortmund the other day. Who were they against? Oh, God. Köln, I think. Yeah. Looked like a real decent, tidy player. It's great that, you know, he's getting first-team football. At least I think he's getting first-team football at a club like Dortmund. You know, who play Champions League football and stuff. That was actually one of the things that really baffled me. Go on, Harry. Oh! That really baffled me about Aubameyang actually joining Arsenal. Like, with all due respect to Arsenal, I'm not even sure whether they can get top 4 this season. They've been that inconsistent. Whilst I guess you're not guaranteed European football at Dortmund in Germany, but oh, unlucky. But it just kind of feels like Dortmund stand much more of a chance of getting European football than Arsenal do. But I don't know, I think it's going to be interesting. I think Arsenal have done well to bring in Aubameyang and get rid of Giroud. I think it'll be interesting to see how Conte looks to try and utilise this target man that he's been chasing throughout the entire January transfer window. Okay, offside. The thing is, Diego Costa's one of them players that, you know, can play as a target man, and he has so many other great... Oh, unlucky. great attributes to him as well, but the fact that he was just refusing to play and all that jazz in the first half of the season probably meant that Conte needed to make sure he had depth in the squad, that he had that type of striker. I was kind of disappointed that Batshuayi left as well. I think he's someone who's not really had much of a chance in the Premier League. He's a very, very pacey player as well, so I'd love to see him get a chance. And, well, I think just to emphasise how good of a player he is, he got 2 goals on his Dortmund debut in that same game that I watched Sancho in. I've just realised that I've basically been chatting about real-life football whilst this game's going on. I guess that's one of the downsides about managing England, that a lot of these games are kind of relatively straightforward. Oof. Shoot! Oh, what a save. Their goalkeeper's had a good game, to be fair. We've made all 3 subs. Goalkeeper for them has had a real good game. But there we go. Pretty much last kick of the game. Unfortunate that Harry Kane couldn't get the hat-trick. But I think we'll take a 2-0 win against Slovenia. I would have liked it to be more given Slovenia's current form. But, you know, we've played a lot of games as England in a short period of time. And we didn't exactly start off with our best squad either. So what's important really is we've got the 3 points. I kind of hope, well, I was going to say, I kind of hope the Czech Republic have maybe slipped up, but they haven't. Which means we are still top of the group simply based on goal difference. But in the next game when we beat, or hopefully if we beat the Czech Republic, that should hopefully then create a 3-point gap between us and them. And if we beat them twice, then we'll have absolutely nothing to worry about. So there we go. Yes, it was only 2-0, but bloody hell, we had 34 shots. 16 of them were on target. And, you know, if it weren't for Harry Kane grabbing a brace, the man of the match, regardless of the final score, was probably Slovenia's goalkeeper. So on that note, a good win, boys. Well done. And that is going to be it for this episode. So I don't think I'm going to record the Czech Republic match. I think, as we saw towards the end of that game, some of these games against like the likes of Slovenia and whatnot ain't exactly very inspiring. And even though the game against Spain would have been an interesting one because it's Spain, it was a 3rd place playoff and no one remembers who finished 3rd place, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to go off now, and the next episode will probably be, you've seen a game against Wales, you've seen a game against Slovenia, you probably don't want to see San Marino and Lithuania, so I'm going to go and I'll be back for the next Czech Republic game, because if we do slip up in this first Czech Republic game, the group could come down to this Czech Republic game, which would make that a very, very interesting episode. So, let me know in the comments by how many goals you think we're going to beat San Marino again. 7-0 first time around at Wembley. You'd expect it to be less, you know, at the San Marino stadium, but with San Marino, you never really know what might happen. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.